Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing permanent residence applications here in Thailand. It appears that effectively the formal process of allowing permanent resident applications to be lodged is commencing. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail, that's pattayamail.com. Article is titled, Thai Cabinet Approves Draft Declaration on Annual Permanent Residency Quota for Foreign Nationals. Quoting directly, the Cabinet has approved in principle a draft announcement regarding the annual quota for foreign nationals allowed to obtain permanent residency in Thailand. The proposal was jointly submitted by the Prime Minister's Office and the Ministry of Interior. Quoting further, this measure aligns with the 1979 Immigration Act, which requires yearly limits on the number of foreign nationals from each country who can be granted permanent residency. Quoting further, under the proposed regulation, up to 100 individuals per country and 50 stateless persons may be granted permanent residency each year. Yet noteworthy, while there are quotas on nationalities, depending on the nationality, some nationalities never even come near the quota. Meanwhile, there are other nationalities that consistently go over the quota and that, they get essentially precluded from petitioning for permanent residence within that given year, again, because the quota has already been met. Quoting further, the announcement is part of Thailand's annual procedure enabling eligible foreign nationals to apply for permanent residency. Once approved, permanent residents are no longer required to apply for temporary stay extensions annually. Yeah, as we've discussed in other videos, permanent residence is something that the window opens for applications, generally speaking, once a year. It's not necessarily every year. This year, we might actually see the window open in 2025. We've seen this before where it actually opens first month of the next year rather than the last month of the prior year. But for all practical purposes, it's treated as if it's the year. So for this year, it'd be treated as if it was the 2024 round, if you will. That's been my experience in the past where we've seen the window open not in the usual calendar year. Going back like 10 years ago, I think we saw it move that way some time ago. In any event, that being said, it's notable to point out that eligibility for permanent residence is not something you're going to determine just in a couple of days or weeks leading up to filing an application. These applications are extensive. Frankly, they require a great deal of supporting documentation. They look like phone books, honestly. They're as thick as a phone book generally when we see these petitions get filed, and then we see them processed through the Thai immigration apparatus. That being said, it's worth noting that yes, it looks like the window is opening. For those who believe they may be eligible for permanent residency, it may not be a terrible idea to contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed.